deleting debt. So there's the 5 C's of financial debt, I like to call. So once again, we're trying to simplify here. We're just trying to discuss amongst ourselves and those we teach and are responsible for, our kids. We're trying to teach them, what is the financial world like out there? It can be overwhelming. So we're going to break the types of debt that just come at us in this world into 5 different types. If we don't have a plan, we most likely will fall into all 5 and be paying other people to grow their bank accounts, and they'll be draining ours. It's okay to borrow, but we really need to be wise about how much to borrow and where from. So when we're age 18, we're able to get credit cards and start spending. We're able to start borrowing money, whether we know what we're doing or not. The average credit card debt in the US is $6,000, whether it's with one credit card or more. Okay? And $6,000, that is significant. That's what's rolled over month to month. We're borrowing that money. And a lot of times, a lot of that is rolled over. So we're paying high interest rates on this, 20% That's one of the 5 C's, card. All right, another C of financial debt is college loans. The average loan is $38,000 for a student loan to go to college or university. 60% of Americans will take out the loan. So most of us do take out a loan. Definitely there's scholarships and financial aid of various kinds. This is a big sum of money that 18-year-olds are jumping into when they start college. Big load of money. And it can take 10 years plus to pay these off afterwards. The next C, the third C, is car loans. The average loan is around $23,000 borrowed to get a new or used car. That's a big sum of money as well to pay off. So you see how these different types of debt just to live our lives, to get educated, to buy things, and to transport ourselves is really starting to mount up here. Fourth C, I call cake, which stands for a wedding cake, your wedding, travel, experiences, going out and eating and saying, hey, I'm gonna treat this whole table. That's another way to get into debt. Just a wedding, as an example, the average wedding costs about $30,000+ and $10,000 of that is borrowed. And we're paying interest on that money to have our wedding the way we want it. The final and 5th C of financial debt is condo, standing for a condo or a house or whatever it may be, townhome. The average amount borrowed is $330,000. Big sum of money that's being borrowed. And here's the thing about these debts. The average person is going to buy, across their lifetime, they might buy 8 cars. So if we have a bad borrowing habit where we buy a more expensive car than we need, if we could settle for something less, we have that habit over and over and over again. Credit cards typically will use our whole lifetime. We want to look at good habits with debt and minimize it or not have it at all, because these are things that can drain our bank accounts our whole life in these 5 different ways. These will hit us if we don't have a plan. Can anybody here juggle? Juggle balls, anything? Anybody? 3 or more objects? The statistic, everybody, is that about 3% of human beings can juggle. And I think they're just talking about a US statistic, but 3%. So yeah, if you know 33 people, then you might know one that does. But this is juggling that we're talking about. These debts, it's juggling. If we wanted to get rid of these, it's like juggling balls. We're constantly in motion trying to keep these things alive, not hitting the ground, AKA we want to pay off each one of these every month as the bill comes in. And then we got the next one, the next bill to pay off, and the next bill to pay off. And we're just constantly busy and in motion. We're going to show you how to pay these off. The plan called the Debt Snowball. Some of you may be familiar with this. It has to do with paying off your smallest debt up to your biggest debt in a row. So listing them all out to start with. So let's take a look at these together. Here's your debts, the debts we were talking about here. Card, cake, car, college, condo, and the amounts that we just discussed too. So it helps to see if we have all of these, oh my goodness, we're hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, paying interest. When you pay interest, you're paying more than the market price of these things, right? The recommendation is actually save up the money first or work a job while you're paying these things off, right? For instance, with college. With a condo, that's the one that's the exception. It's so much money, hardly anybody has that saved up to pay off a condo or a house with cash. With that one, there's going to be a mortgage. But the others, the ideal is save up the money first, then buy it, right? Live within your means is what that's called, right? So don't go into debt for any of these if you can help it. So how are we going to apply the debt snowball? The first thing we need to do is attack the smallest one. So that's going to be the card on the left side. So these are organized in terms of the amount of money. You're focusing on the low-hanging fruit, the card. You take that out. How do you find that extra money? Well, a second gig economy type work, driving folks around, right? Uber, Lyft. It could be if you're putting money into your retirement account, you can actually stop that and take that money you were putting into retirement and pay these off. It's really hard to juggle, once again. So if you're putting some money towards retirement and putting money towards these 5 things, you might not see much progress happening. And we are instant gratification people. We want to see things happen fast. Then you can stop a retirement account temporarily in order to attack these with more money. So you guys are aware of the whole gym membership phenomenon that hits in January, where people sign up for gym memberships. They don't see changes in their body happen and then they quit, right? So this is playing upon the same psychological issue. Go at this card. Put everything you can at paying off this credit card and get rid of it. And then when you do, guess what? Now you're not paying extra money towards interest. You got more money. And then you go and attack your wedding debt. And then you go and you attack the car loan. And you just get rid of these one at a time, right? So the visual we want to show here is get your snowball started, get that extra money set aside, attack just the card while you pay minimum payments on the others. And some of these will take years. And then you want to take care of the college loan. And then it can take years to do the condo. A good rule of thumb is pay off your mortgage before you retire, right? So loans for a house are typically 30 years, but to have that paid off. And you can pay extra towards principal. You can pay down a house sooner than 30 years. You finally get rid of that one, and you are debt-free. And that is a good place to be. So that's the debt snowball, taking care of small debts to big debts in order. And then if you are in a place where you are in debt, choosing not to get in debt again. There's certain types of borrowing we will need to do. It's okay to own a credit card and use it, but pay it off every month. Consider saving up for your next car total and then getting it. And finally, when you pay off that house, boy, you are free